Stop using MAO and find LAO. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm gonna get you to stop worrying about the perfect offer formula, calculating your repair costs to a T, and getting everything exact and finding MAO. Guys, the truth is MAO is actually destroying your success in wholesaling real estate, and you trying to get as close as possible to that number is the reason why you're probably not being successful with your offers. So the point of today's video is to show you how to ditch MAO for LAO to increase your success rate. So if you're a person that likes to overthink things, get the analysis paralysis, and try to figure out, oh my gosh, I gotta do everything perfectly, how can I get the best offer possible and all these things, you're just overthinking this. And really the point, the mantra of this video today is to get you to stop overthink and to get you to start lowballing. Because once you start lowballing and you stop overthinking, that's when you start getting the 40, 50, 60, even $70,000 wholesaling real estate deals. So let's stop overthinking and let's get lowballing. Whoa. Before I get into it, before I break this all down, do me a big favor, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and let's talk about LAO. So the honest truth here is so many wholesalers are using MAO and it's just not working for them. I talk to thousands and thousands of wholesalers in my Facebook group, freewholesaling.com, everyone following me everywhere, the subscribers on this channel, and I get one big common problem. They always obsess of, Zach, can I give you the address? Can you tell me what the offer should be? And they want to get my permission to tell them how much their MAO should be. And in honest truth, I don't even give those anymore. I legit tell people, you should offer 100, just offer them that. And they're like, but I calculated perfectly that the MAO should be $145,000. So why should I offer 100? And then they get really nervous and scared. And the truth is they know they should offer 100 because that would give them a $45,000 wholesaling deal. They know that giving a lower offer might get them a little more nervous, will actually lead them to more success. But the problem is they're actually scared to give a lowball offer. They think giving this lowball offer, someone's going to try to punch them or scream at them or cuss them out. The truth is, if you use something like the good cop, bad cop approach, the dollar bill method, or any of the methods we teach at freewholesaling.com, wink, wink, my free wholesaling real estate course, you can lowball all day and the seller won't be mad at you at all. The issue arises when you don't lowball at all, because if you don't lowball, you never know if that seller is going to take that price or not. And everybody tries to obsess over the perfect offer formula of exactly what to give. And honestly, I'm just going to tell you something. It's going to be super controversial, but it's the absolute truth. Your MAO formula doesn't matter. It seriously doesn't matter. It is trash, basura, dookie, terrible stuff. It doesn't matter. It is trash MAO. Heck, even when I calculate an MAO in my own real estate deals, it doesn't matter, and I truly know that. What actually matters is what a cash buyer is willing to pay. And from my experience and so many other wholesalers' experiences, if I calculate 145 is my MAO, a cash buyer is not going to exactly agree with me on the perfect repairs and the comps. Their MAO might be 140, might be 150, heck, it might even be 160. I get it wrong all the time because MAO is supposed to be a guess. You're supposed to shoot way below that and then try to sell it for the best you can. So many wholesalers calculate a 145 MAO and then try to lock things up for 144, 143. Your MAO should be your last resort, not something we're striving towards. So the point is, offer 100, offer 110, offer 120, and just try to make a quick $20,000, $30,000. You want some meat in the bone for the cash buyer so they can make more money, so you can build that relationship, so they keep buying real estate deals from you. That is the point here, guys and gals. You should honestly calculate an offer if you have a legit motivated seller and you're about to give an offer to them and you want to calculate your MAO. At most, you should do 5 to 10 minutes. This is controversial, but it's absolutely true. I get people in the comments saying I spent 2 hours on doing comps for one property. Guys, 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to show you exactly in 5 minutes how to get the perfect offer calculated. But really, I don't even like 10 minutes. 10 minutes is for like an insane multifamily deal for me. 5 minutes is the most it takes. And I know I'm not going to be completely right on it, but I'm probably going to be 90% accurate. And that's the point. It saves you time. And with the amount of time I save, I can spend that talking to more sellers, setting up the appointment, caring about the seller more, practicing my offer, probably one of the most important parts, building my confidence and learning how to lowball the right way and eventually win in this business. The truth is, unless you actually are physically at the property, you're not going to know the repair cost to a T. You're going to have to guess. You don't actually even know the condition more or less per se, just you're going off their word or pictures, and going in person's way different. So being at a best guesstimate range is honestly going to give you the best guess, because me spending 5 minutes doing my MAO calculator and then offering way below that is going to beat any wholesaler that spends 2 hours and tries to get it perfectly when they know that they don't have all the information and I don't know all the information. The person with the speed that actually meets the seller quicker will win. And so this gets us back to MAO. MAO stands for max allowable offer, and that is usually the most you can offer a motivated seller. I hate it because you're going to the max. You don't want to go and strive to break even. You want to be way below that. So this is why I tell everybody focus on LAO, not the MAO. So MAO is max allowable offer. LAO is least allowable offer. You want to focus on the offer that is the least that would be allowable just to spit out to a seller. So I prefer a good cop, bad cop. Hey, Mr. Seller, I was talking to my partner Rick, and he was looking at this property and he knew there's some termite problems, and he told me because of all these issues, he probably wanted to be around $100,000 for this. They might scream at me like, oh my gosh, you could never do that price. Way too low. I'm like, hey, I know he's crazy. He wants to buy things for super cheap. He's insane with it. But I mean, what works for you then? And then you go from there and negotiate it. The truth is, if I knew my MAO was 150, I want to be way below that. I want to make $20,000, 30, 40. Heck, I'd love to make 50K on a deal. You have to strive for getting the lowest allowable offer. And I'm going to show you right now actually how to calculate the lowest allowable offer. No guru or anyone's going to teach this because they can't really sell a course on it. And this is something I've been telling acquisitions people forever. And this is a huge secret, guys and gals, how my average assignment deal is over $30,000 in my own market, where the average wholesaler in my market is making $10,000 to $15,000 per deal. It's because I lowball and I know how to do it correctly. And remember, guys, LAO is just going to help you calculate what the first offer is. LAO is not going to be your new MAO. So if I calculated LAO at 100K and I know my MAO is 150, that doesn't mean that I can't take anything above 100 because that'd be $30,000, $20,000. We just want to make sure LAO is our first offer. We can use that as a leverage point, an anchor point from somebody's highest price, and then meet in the middle and make the most we can. This method should give you at least a 25% more profits this year in your own wholesaling business. So I highly recommend you do it. So if we have 5 minutes, we have some information on the property. How do I calculate MAO? How do I calculate LAO? And how do I get my offer price right now? Let's get into it. Step number one, this is pretty simple. If you go to freewholesaling.com, you know exactly what my ARV formulas are, how to do comps, how to find my repairs. I have a quick worksheet in about probably 15, 20 seconds. You can find what the repair costs are going to be this year. So all you really got to do, step one, is find ARV and repairs. Step number two, we're going to calculate the MAO. And you guys know what my calculations are. It's ARV minus repairs multiplied by 70, 75, 80, 83, even 85%, depending on the ARVs. So make sure you go to freewholesaling.com and find that calculation. But you want to roughly guess it. You want to roughly guess the ARV. You want to roughly guess the repairs, and then go into step two, which is just calculating the MAO. So ARV minus repairs multiplied by whatever multiplier I use. If the property is under $120,000, I like to use 70%. Once it goes above that, we like to tier it off for 75, 80, even 83. Now remember, step one should take us around 4 minutes to do at most. And that's about 3 minutes for finding ARV and then another minute with repairs. Repairs is probably the hardest thing to do because you don't actually see the property. You don't know if there's a leaky roof if the seller never told you about it. So sometimes on the appointment or with the pictures, you might have to adjust. Then usually a minute with the repairs. So 3 minutes ARV, 1 minute repair, that's 4 minutes. For step two, it should take you about 30 seconds just to calculate the numbers on a calculator. Then step number three, the easiest part, we have found the MAO. All we're going to do, this is super complicated, but let me tell you the truth. We are just going to take 20% off the top of our MAO. That is it. So if I figure out my MAO is $200,000, 20% off of that's $40,000, which means my LAO is going to be $160,000. Pretty simple. Now I do have a quick rule. If you're in a lower ARV market like Memphis or Macon, Georgia, where these properties are $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 ARVs, even up to 100 maybe, you could probably take 30% off, but don't be taking 30% off on like a higher property that's 300,000 or above. And so really just multiply whatever MAO you have by 80 or 70%, and that should be your LAO, your least allowable offer. Then from there, just keep repeating the process and you'll start lowballing more. Remember, guys and gals, if I figure out that a seller wants to sell their house for 200 and I know my MAO is 200, that's a break even. So if I offer off the bat 170 and they say no, and I say, well, you're at 200, you meet in the middle at 185, that's going to be a $15,000 profit. But if I just did 160 and I meet in the middle at his 200, boom, I'm at 180. I just made an extra $5,000. So you got to understand, just having a lower offer and having that as your anchor point with whatever they want to sell, and then you meet in the middle. I know Chris Voss always says, don't ever meet in the middle or ever split the difference. But if your difference is way crazy on this side, the seller has to meet in the middle way below, which will give you more money. Now, obviously don't do any insulting offers, but really take 20, 30% off the top of your MAO, give that as an initial offer, and just get the lowest price possible. I promise you, it's going to give you extra assignment fees, extra profit on every single deal. And it's going to beat your competition when they do regular MAO. So stop overthinking it, start lowballing, and it'll lead you to wholesaling real estate success. If you want to learn more exactly how to calculate MAO, how to do my calculations, my free, really super simple in 30 seconds to a minute, you can find repair costs. Just go to freewholesaling.com. I have my quick worksheet there, all in there. So go to freewholesaling.com. Got any value from this video? Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.